Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul,
I'm Dave.
and this week we're discussing the episode of Angel Dear Boy. This episode originally aired October 24th in the year 2000, attracting approximately 5.40 million viewers. So quite a good number, actually. That's
Yeah.
one of the highest of the season so far.
Hmm.
Alrighty, so let's take a look at video games to start off. Yeah, this is. I know last week was quite a week, but this week is pretty good too. I'm not
Huh.
gonna lie. Okay, so on the day this episode aired, we would get a little game called Mega Man Legends 2,
Yes.
which I never really played the Mega Man game, so I can't really speak to. On the 25th, we would get three games. We would get Midnight Club Street Racing, Ridge Racer 5, and the big one for me, Spyro Year of the Dragon.
Yes. Third in the trilogy.
Isn't that the first one? I think Year of the Dragon is the first one, isn't it? Oh, no, it is the third one. Huh. Okay, I just don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
October 26th, we would get a few games as well. So, some game called Fantavision on the PS2. I'm not familiar with it. I don't know.
No, not ringing any bells in
It's
my
some
case.
kind of like puzzle game involving fireworks. It looks interesting, but I don't know anything about it.
Hmm.
On the same day, also on the PS2, we would get Madden NFL 2001.
Fancy sports games.
Yes, and we would actually get another sports game the same day. We would get this little game from EA called SSX.
Fancy.
It, oh, there's some good games in that series. Also on the same day, if that wasn't enough, Tekken Tag Tournament.
Yes.
I've never really been a fan of the Tekken games. I've never really played them, but I know that was like a big release for a lot of folks. So, and the last game we're going to talk about for this is a game that came out on the Game Boy Color, which I'm a little. When did the Game Boy Advance come out? I feel like it should have. Oh, that might have been like 2002.
Yeah, more around then.
Yeah, okay. I was a little surprised that stuff was still coming to the Color at this point, but it's a game called Bust a Move Millennium.
Not surprising, but also a case of, yeah, it's nothing I've played.
Yeah, no fair. I'm not familiar with it either. Alrighty, so that's what came out this week. Now, let's go to number one song in America this week. Any guesses there, David?
Hmm.
We are at the
Again, it's
end of
been a while.
October.
The name escapes me, but I remember that she was fairly popular, so I'm thinking she's still up on the charts. Think Mariah Carey? I'm not sure if I got the name of her right or what the song title of it was.
So, it's not Mariah Carey, but I think you're on the. I okay. So it's "Come On Over, Baby, All I Want Is You" by Christina Aguilera, and I'm pretty sure you just got the two mixed
That
up.
was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
yeah. And finally, number one movie at the box office this week. Any idea what it might be?
Hmm. Again, for around this time, again, the only one thing that comes to my mind is either Meet the Parents or one that you said a week or two ago, but I don't think that would have stuck. Nothing else is immediately coming to mind that would have been up at around this time.
It is still Meet the Parents, actually. For some
Oh,
reason, that
okay.
was number one for 4 weeks straight.
Oh,
Apparently, people really liked that movie.
it was
But
just one of those flash in a bucket sort of things. It's like, oh, that bucks the trend. Okay, then.
there's another one coming up that I'm kind of surprised did so well, but also not considering. Well, we'll get to it later. Anyway,
Probably for the best.
yes. So this episode. Okay. Okay. So Angel wakes up to bickering between Cordelia and Wesley, interrupted by Cordelia getting a vision with sketchy details. While Cordelia and Wesley try to find the demon and location from her vision, Angel daydreams of Darla. The entire gang arrives at an underground water facility where two groups of cloaked men are fighting in front of a thrall demon, Terfog. The men then attack Angel and friends. Gunn uses his new axe to destroy the demon. He finally got to use it, and all the cloaked men stop fighting. Walking home, Angel is shocked to see Darla walking in the streets.
Yeah, so not so much in his dreams or near him in his sleep, but while he's awake, he's starting to really see her now.
Yes, which I'm sure will not lead to anything bad.
Hmm.
Because, it's only Darla. What could happen? Anyway, we then go to a flashback with Angel walking through the streets until he finds Darla, who just killed a streetwalker, and her customer. And this is taking place in like the 1800s in, I want to say, London.
Mhm.
She points out a young woman to Angel, whom we recognize as Drusilla. Angel regards the young woman pure and with the gift of villains, with the gift of visions as a challenge
Right.
and a delight.
Mhm.
Angel tells Wesley and Cordelia about seeing Darla in his dreams and in real life, but they think he's going crazy, basically.
Yeah, the fact that he's been sleeping a copious amount, not doing really good at his job where they do get it, and supposedly saying that he's seeing her dead girlfriend that he killed himself. Mm.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it. At this point in the series, like in the Buffy lore, I feel like if you had experienced everything that they had gone through, they'd be like, yeah, sure, resurrection could be a thing. Why not? I feel like you wouldn't immediately question that.
Hmm. I don't know. Cordelia is a little bit thick-headed in most cases. She's been through some stuff, but not as much as the whole Buffy crew has been.
But she was in Sunnydale for a lot of that, and I mean Wesley's not an idiot, so I'm a little surprised that they kind of dismiss it out of hand.
Hmm. Well, nah, you're right. Wesley was a little bit more. Sort of look into it, maybe see that, make sure it's that she is maybe human and we don't supposedly cause a felony.
And like I know we haven't had a resurrection on the show, that wouldn't happen until season 6, but I still feel like it feels like you're in a world where magic is a thing. I feel like you would probably go like, maybe want to look into that. Anyway,
Hmm.
Lindsay and Darla talk about their progress with their manipulation of Angel. We go back to the police station where Kate is working a desk job, having been transferred due to her strange obsession with the occult. She receives a notice from a friend that Angel has moved his company into the old Hyperion Hotel, which I still want to point out is an amazing set. The Hyperion Hotel looks
Yes, very much so.
incredible. A potential paying customer presents a case to Cordelia and Wesley. He believes his wife is either being frequently abducted by aliens or is cheating on him with another man. I think it's obvious that it's the aliens.
Of course. Of course, the aliens. Like, we don't have enough of the supernatural stuff going on in this show.
I just want a crossover between Buffy and the X Files because that would be incredible.
Yes.
That fan fiction has to exist.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It has to. Anyway, Angel investigations then spies on the woman who is, as predicted, having an affair. But Angel spoils their cover by expressing disgust at the job they're doing, confronting the woman and telling her to talk to her husband. Having ruined the job and stopped the team from getting paid, Cordelia argues with Angel, who spots Darla. But when he confronts her, she insists that she's a human woman named Dietra Kramer. Angel gives chase only to see Darla step out into the sunlight, revealing that Wolfram and Hart brought her back not as a vampire, but as a human. He almost gets arrested for harassing her, and Cordelia, Gunn, and Wesley fear for his sanity. Okay. Angel then goes to the demon bar that's run by Lorne and sings "Everybody Have Fun Tonight" in order to get information about Darla from Lorne. But Lorne refuses to help him, saying he needs to stay away from Darla. Angel finds the Kramer home and lurks outside, while inside, Darla and an actor hired to play Dietra's husband waits for the plan to take form. Meanwhile, Cordelia and Wesley warn Gunn about the dangers of an evil angel and Darla combined. In a flashback, Angelus and Darla fool around while a terrified Drusilla, who's clearly been driven insane due to having watched her entire family being murdered by the vampires, watches on. Although Darla doesn't seem to approve, Angelus announces that he's decided to make Drusilla a vampire, regarding it as the perfect torment, as her insanity will now last forever.
Mm.
Because Angelus is not a bastard at all.
Yeah, no, Bastard would be too kind.
He is a prick. Darla and Lindsay's plan goes into effect when Angel breaks into Dietra Kramer's home in time to find that he has been set up for murdering Darla's supposed husband. The police, including Kate Lockley, arrive on scene, and Angel is barely able to escape without being captured. As Kate talks with Darla, believing all of her lies about Angel, including that Angel was stalking her, Angel grabs Darla and takes her away to the underground facility. The facility was formerly a covenant, and Angel, having realized that Darla was what Wolfram and Hart brought back in the box months earlier, asks his sire if she can feel it. He does everything he can to bring out the real Darla. And with some persuasion, she resumes her old personality. The two kiss, and Darla tries to convince Angel to let her make him happy. He tells her that she never made him happy because when he knew her, he didn't have a soul, and he needed a soul to be truly happy. But she still persists and tries to bring his demon out. Leaving the SWAT team, Kate breaks into the Hyperion to search for Angel. She's determined to believe that Angel is and always will be evil. Cordelia and Wesley use logic to try to convince Kate that Darla was once a vampire and that Angel didn't kill anyone. Gunn points out that Darla's story is a lie because Angel is a vampire, couldn't break into the house without a valid invitation from someone inside the home, unless the legal residents were already dead, because apparently magic follows human law.
Or its own basic sort of rules. Just, yeah,
I
it
just,
works.
I,
Sorry.
I okay. I like the rule of them having to be invited in because there's something really scary about that. But I also kind of be like, well, what, like, how do they know if you're like the owner of the house? Like, if you're just in the house, can you invite them in, or do you have to have like your name has to be on the deed? Like, how does that work? Anyway,
Most likely there's a bit of legal stuff from there, but that starts diving into all the specifics of owning a house and all the particular things for that.
yes.
Yeah, we'll just throw it up to the magic rules.
Oh yeah, no, it's just yeah. However, Kate angrily counters that while they've been so busy fighting a grand battle against the forces of darkness, they seem to have forgotten about all the innocents who die in the crossfire, including her father. And those are the people that Kate cares about, and she affirms that she believes Angel is at the very least partly responsible for all those deaths. Darla refuses to give up on Angel, but he warns her that now that she has a soul, she'll begin to feel the weight of all the evil she has done. She leaves him then, and he is stuck underground until sunset. Angel broods in his room until a fearful Cordelia and Wesley confront him to make sure he's not evil. He tells them that much trouble is on the way, and that he's looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's sounding like the gloves are off for Angel with all this going on.
Yeah, he's starting to kind of get a bit pissed off.
Hmm.
So, what do you think of this episode, Dave?
With this particular episode, it was definitely interesting seeing a little bit more into Wolfram and Hart's plan for trying to gain assets or resolve the issue of Angel affecting their workings within the business that they have. But then it was also fairly smart with the couple things that sort of went on. Angel was starting to have a bit more of an understanding that that is Darla, but she's playing a game for it. And he kind of followed along, but worked with trying to figure out the situation from there. And ooh, the conversation they had. The fact that she seemed not quite convinced, but so assured that she had supposed love for him, but he's like, yeah, no, I had no soul. there wasn't any sort of thing that I could have felt happiness wise.
Yeah, yeah. I also really find it interesting, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I find it interesting that Wolfram and Hart brought her back as human. Especially because if we look at the end of last season, where they had like where we hear about the prophecy that like Angel, if he survives, so many apocalypses and whatever, he gets to become human. I find it
Hmm.
really interesting that Wolfram and Hart brought her back as a human because that's ultimately what Angel wants.
Huh. It might have also just been part of the process that
Well, very much
sure
could
they
have.
could have brought her back, but only as a human.
Yeah, no, that's totally possible. I just think it's an interesting little wrinkle there.
Hmm.
Alrighty, now did you have anything else about this episode, Dave?
Hmm. Nothing that I can specifically think of, aside from the one adage of international titles. If there was anything else interesting in that front.
Oh, we've got two, and I mean one's pretty good and the other's meh. So we'll start off with
Hmm.
the meh one. So in French, it translates as "dear love," which
That fits.
However, in this case, the Germans know what's up because in German, it translates as "reunions make enemies."
Yeah, that pretty much matches up perfectly with this particular story.
I know it's a very good international title. Yes. So, alrighty. If there's nothing else about this episode, next week we will be discussing the episode "Guys Will Be Guys."
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So, Angel is going to seek out some guidance from a Swami, and Wesley is going to be forced to impersonate Angel when a powerful businessman demands that Angel protect his daughter.
Oh boy.
Oh, and there's going to be some ritual sacrifice involved as well. Just nothing important, though.
Of course, just throw that right on the top. I could handle with Angel supposedly being desperate, just with how things have kind of been going. That the case that he had to go see a Swami was something like that, but oh boy. What situation? Just him having to impersonate Angel.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a thing. So until next time, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dave.